have to understand that we're suppressed as women. The load that we carry as women is
black men ain't there with y'all?
Hold on, baby. Hold on.
All right.
Because y'all carry it too. Y'all forgotten. Black men are forgotten, but you have to remember we're dismantled. As a race, men and women, we've been dismantled. So some things come with that. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all been ripped out of our household. What you think I'm supposed to do? All I could do is be strong. So when I meet you, I'm guarded. Everything, all my struggles, everything I've been through, when you meet me, that's what you meeting me with. So are you gonna try to figure me out as the black man who understands what black women go through?
No.
And you come with some
use
shit
it
too.
against me.
Because that's what I just did.
I feel like it's flipped. I feel like men are sympathetic towards, certain black women situations, right?
No.
And then some women take advantage of that.
There's no way I can know how to be feminine when I've been robbed of the man that's supposed to give me at least cater to my femininity.
I call this woman Miss Shut the Fuck Up. That's literally what I thought when I looked at her and I heard her talking. She got this big giant fat bitch sitting up with a dude's hat on and shit. She got like a link on and got this long sleeve shit on. She got like the thick ass East Coast accent, and I just thought to myself when I heard her talking, I just thought like, shut the fuck up and whatnot. And that, at my age and everything, being an elder statesman of the, this here black community in the colonies down here, down here in the slave quarters, and man, like at my age and shit, like I really have nothing to lose or whatnot. And I would like sit up and look at her while talking like that and shit, and then as soon as she took a moment to breathe, I would just say, shut the fuck up. And then she would go off and start talking like real loud and shit. And I would just be looking at her while she's saying all that shit. And then when she finished, I would say, shut the fuck up. Because honestly, like, nobody is checking for her unless they is desperate as fuck and they need like a homosexual and shit. That's what they call like a brother that sleep with a bitch for a roof over his head. And that's like, this kind of chick is the kind of chick that does shit like that. She go looking for like down in the, the low end for brothers and shit, who down and out on their dime. So she could bring them in the house and use them for sex and shit and God knows what else. And then talk shit like she's high value. And like, I look at Snaggletooth, fat ass motherfucker looking like your fake Kodo's lost daughter and shit. And I just say, shut the fuck up. That's what she looked like to me. Miss, shut the fuck up. They should give her a banner. Like a beauty pageant when they wear those little sashes. And they should say, Miss, shut the fuck up. I'm like, man, I just hate that kind of talking shit. I hate that kind of talk, I just tell like whoever though, either it's going to be a young ass dude that's down on his luck and on the street that looks good enough that she can wash him herself and, use him sexually. Or it's going to be some old motherfucker. Like in my age group, they be coming talking. I always see a lot of bitches like this coming around. I'm like, no, keep it moving, okay? Keep it moving. I don't give a fuck what you think. Okay, don't tell me what you're thinking of. Don't start that East Coast Brooklyn talk shit, that thick ass accent. I'm like, fuck that. Every time I hear a chick talking like that, I just shut down. And I'd be like, shut the fuck up. And I think I told a female from the East Coast that one time, and she gave me so much shit, I almost need like a spit guard or something. She was going off and shit. And then I boned her fucking ass and shit. Okay, I boned her, okay? And she didn't look shit like this. She was thick with a waist and a stomach, okay? But she had that mouth. And I just started telling myself, man, I hate that shit. I can't stand that accent and shit, Like, when it comes from a misandrous female. I want to be clear about that and shit, because, I got some associates that's from over there in the East Coast. I ain't trying to piss nobody off, man, but I'm just like, how do you fucking listen to this shit all the time and have a smile on your face, like even sit in Congress with somebody like this? I don't know how the guys in the clip are sitting there looking at her. And then I looked at the other two bitches and shit, and they're low quality too, especially the one in the middle. That looks like one of the dudes on the other side fucking mother. I'm like, bitch, shouldn't you be at home making some food, like some goddamn like corned beef and cabbage or some shit? making some oxtails or something, then I come over and you tell me it's food on the stove and I act like I'm eating and nope out and shit because I want to have a gastrointestinal problem. Yeah, I'm going off. Fuck. Yeah, I just tell this chick, shut the fuck up. I think a lot of dudes, especially East Coast dudes, need to just look them in the face and let them just talk and shit and run off at the mouth and just say shut the fuck up as soon as they stop talking. I'm serious. Like she can't tell me. You gonna tell me this fat bitch sitting up with a dude's hat on, Freddy Krueger's hat, looking like a fat Kodo shit. She got a link on from the 80s, with long sleeve black shirt on. You may tell me she gonna tell me something about dating or life or anything or relationships. What is the quality of relationships of a bitch like this that look like this and talk like this? You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a dick or nothing, but if you hear on my page, you know that I describe myself somewhat as wholly as a misogynist anarchist, okay? We have to use both words, okay? Don't just take what you want. Don't cherry pick and shit. This chick is fucked up. All right, and her friends are fucked up. I'm laughing. It must have been a slow week and shit. And they just left the doors open on the fucking wherever the fuck they shoot this podcast at. And these bitches walked in. And the third chick is the only chick that might get hit. She like at least you visit her like after 12 at night and shit, and go over there and get you some of that, busted peach sleeve with some of that flapjack booty on her. Yeah, I know I'm being crass and shit, but look at her. Listen to how she talks. What kind of response does she deserve? Even if you're a king and shit, you're the most classiest guy in the world. How do you talk to somebody with this mindset and this diction, this masculinity and shit? Okay, these women, notice these fucked up, gerbil-looking bitches, they are the ones that's most obsessed with what they deem as masculine and shit. And fighting a war against their own fucking femininity, against their own, whatever used peace sleeve is still in the red and shit. Alright? I just want to have my say, fuck it.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.